Generic greetings and welcome back once again to a chilly prison architect. Today's beverages: a supreme pure green tea. So welcome back to Prison Architect, and previously the goal was to get prisoners, and that was put on hold because of mainly the amount of storms we had and, well, work as well. However, we did get a lot of stuff done, things like this kennel isn't correct. Let me sort that out in a moment. We've got kennels, we've got security, we've got armory, we've got visitation, sort of. We have in extra stuff in the canteen, we've got some solitary, we added in stuff in the common room, we got a lot more stuff done when it comes to all the prisoner needs, basically, is the overall summary here. And also we had to look at things like freezing, which it's currently, it's winter, and obviously it's season of snow and ice, and, well, I guess a couple of things. Firstly, I need to insulate all the pipe work and put in some flooring, etc. But I've sort of set the clock ticking a little bit, in the sense that we are going to get inmates in the next 10 hours. That is not going to happen because I realised that that's exactly what I did in the previous series, where it was laying the track in front of the train in terms of panic, and we don't need that. We don't need to do it for a number of reasons. Monetarily and time-wise is the main ones. Yes, obviously it would be probably quite eventful having inmates turn up when we're not ready for them, but, well, I'd rather spend another in-game day or so just to finalise things off and going from there. Also, I haven't done anything like patrols and stuff, so I'm just going to let the game run on normal speed, and let's go to patrols here, and then we'll set some about. So we do need a couple of patrols in certain areas, so we will have certainly patrols around each of these cell blocks, like so. Actually, there'll be another one to put in over here, and I'll change that to a blue one because it's going to clash over here. And, oh, how am I going to do that one? Probably actually just going to run it round like so. And this is going to be the dog patrols. In fact, I might as well go ahead and set up the dog patrols, and I'm just going to put them on the either side like so. This one I'm doing, even though it's not built, because as soon as inmates arrive, if we have any level of any need for protective custody, I'm hopefully going to jump on that immediately, but we'll see. Let me just go back over to deployment here, and once again to patrols. I'm going to have a blue patrol, and the blue patrol will go around like so, and almost certainly we're going to have in a armed guard and a standard guard like so. In the canteen, something very similar, in that we'll have them go like so, and then I guess I could double up, but there's no real need. And we're going to have in here probably some sniffer dogs either side, and, you know what, an armed guide either side, because that's probably going to we're going to have some problems. And then I'm going to have probably maybe sniper towers in the corner of the yards anyway, so I don't need to put any more there. But obviously we do need to hire some more people. What else do we need to do? I guess I could place over here a little cleaning cupboard. That would sort of help out. Let me just plug that in there, and then go to doors and go for a double door. Why not? And then we're going to go for cleaning, and then we'll designate all that as cleaning. And that also helps us to go to the logistics and prison labor. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then there we go. We have a grand completion payment. And then I can turn most of it off, apart from over here, where we will have some level of jobs. Right, so unlock tasers through bureaucracy, all done. Build CCTV monitors, all of that good stuff. Let's go ahead and do that now. Let's go over to our electrical, which we're already in actually here. Oh no, sorry, wiring, and then CCTV monitor. I also want a door control servo and a phone tap at a bare minimum. And let's see, how am I going to set this up? So I want wiring, and I want CCTV, and I'm going to put some CCTV in and around here, but where is the question? I guess a middle would be there and there, and that should cover the full thing. Yeah, that should do, although I don't necessarily need it. I mean, I could just place it off to one side. There's no reason why I can't, so we'll do that. And then up here, a similar thing. I'm going to put it on this corner and then on this corner. So it is over there, and we'll have one maybe in visitation. Why not? Severe weather detected. I'll check that in a moment. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to place one more. One more of these needs to go somewhere. And, well, I guess I'll put one in the infirmary? Why not? One goes in the infirmary there. And then obviously you need to wire them all up and such. So we'll get onto that at some point. It's just going to take the workers quite a while because they've got a lot of flooring to do. Speaking of that, actually, while they are doing that, I'm going to go over to our concrete tiles and I'm going to put in some tiles here, some of the corner pieces, and naturally this is going to be a little bit sort of all over the place, just because of, you know, the order in which I'm doing it. And when I say order, there's not really much of a one, but it's obviously be a lot easier to see once the guards have once the workers have put in the rest of this. So let's just go through, do what I can for these corner pieces and here. And a lot of this is just something to do while we wait for them to finish the rest of it. You understand? Like that. And there. And there. And there. That should already be straight. That one goes in there. That one goes in there. Probably have that corner to do. Yes. And that. And that. And that. And I think that's the rest of it's done. There will be loads of bits that I've missed, but I'll just let the game crack on with the rest of the building. So let's go over to... Oh, yeah, what have we got here? We've got, yeah, very much a severe weather warning. But I'm going to let them crack on with the building, as I mentioned. Don't need to hire any more guys, but workers, but I do need to hire some more guards. Let me go, and there's the security force increased. Let me go for some more grants, and I'm going to go with, what do we want? Cell Block B is the obvious one. Advanced staff training is good, and subsidence grant, I really don't... I mean... Have I already done that one? Higher repairment to fix damaged walls and fences. I thought I'd already done that. Yes, I had. And advanced staff training as well, which I don't actually have an area for staff training, I should point out. So I do need to build another room. I'll probably build another room here, and this is where we'll have that staff training. And you can see how cold it is here. It's minus 22. And it's going to go... Oh, the temperature range is minus 24 up to a nice toasty minus 19.2. Yeah. And things have obviously frozen over. The difficulty is that if I spend a lot more time and money on the insulation, what's going to happen, inevitably, is if I put in the insulation, the season will change to something that's warm. And then I won't need the insulation, but I would argue it is very much a worthy inclusion doing it now. So I am going to do it. Like so. So this just goes over the top, as you can see. That I don't need, but I do want to go for water boiler insulation like that. Don't think the orientation matters on there, truth be told. Hot water pipe insulation. Hot water pipe insulation. So a lot of time and money spent on that, but I think spent in the right place. Let me go ahead and go for... Actually, I don't need to go for anything, but I do need to set up some... Let's see. Utilities, wiring, connections, CCTV. Oh, still haven't put it all in, so I'll wait for them to do that. Phone tap. We'll connect some phone taps up. We've only got the 8 phones so far. I can put some more in here, and I probably will. But let's see. So even though this has got fine temperature, as in should do anyway, it's got radiators in every cell. It's freezing because the pipes are frozen. So there's only so much you can do before the game is basically going, doesn't matter what you do, you're gonna get you're getting frozen anyway. Let's continue on. Let's go ahead, and I can see there's some bits here that I have missed, which is to be expected. So we'll do this like so. And as I said, this is not solely a aesthetic touch. It is genuinely useful because obviously people will walk on this. So we need to plan for that. Right. Let's think then. I am now going to go to intake. And one of the reasons why I took off the medium sec is because I wanted to get max sec. And opening this up has now allowed me to do that. Let's get 8. So doing this will increase the likelihood of getting gang members, but it also increases the amount of money you get. So yeah, let's go to connections. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can have 2 more, but that's okay for now. We don't have power in on here, but I do now. Phone tap will be alright. The rest of it will be sorted. Let me go to deployment. Staff only. All that goes to staff only, same as here. The outside bit should be staff only too. All these little rooms should be staff only. The rest of it is okay. I will put the reception as staff only. And ideally, I want doors here so they can't just run around. So do I do that now? I think I want a door there and a door there, don't I? Just gives us that little extra bit of security. So I'll have a jail door there and a jail door there. But there's no way I'm having that without door control systems on all of these. We won't need too many door control systems, but I think that would suffice. You can see they're all bringing it in now, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So actually, yeah, most that's already done. Let's electrical cable those up. Those are already alright. This is fine. Right. Just over 2 hours before we get inmates. Let us double check. Needs. Bladder, bowels, sleep, food, safety, hygiene, exercise. All of those needs can be met. However, not all of them inside. So I want to do a couple of things on that front. Mainly the exercise. Family ones. Maybe 2. Okay. Let's have a look at some of these other ones as well. Family, I could put phone booths in here. Comfort environment, that's getting done. Warmth, hopefully. We should think so. Privacy, yes. Freedom, not so much. Clothing, yes. Spirituality, literature, luxury. Difficult for me to say. Spirituality, literature, and luxuries. So the first 2, actually, let's go with a bookshelf. Yeah. Like so. So each inmate can look after their own needs for spirituality. They can also, if I put a gym mat in the bottom, look after their needs when it comes to some exercise. And finally, if I put a prayer mat in the bottom, which I'm not rotating around just in case there's an issue with cloning. Doubt there will be, but go. But if I put them in like so, it means that they can look after almost all the needs. The only thing they haven't really got is phone booths. But I can put a phone booth there, and there. And that should be enough. That should suffice. Let's also pick up... Oh, I was going to say another grant, but no. I can't. I want to get some staff training done then. Let me do that now, actually. Flooring, sand, because obviously all of the best buildings are built on sand. There we go. And then building concrete. And then the concrete building will go... like that. And that'll have in staff door. Double staff door, why not? Flooring. Along. Because it's going to go around here like that. Not that we need it. But yeah. I'm just going to pause it because I think we now have some inmates. There we go. We now have inmates. We have gang members. Informants. Ex-prison guard. Straight away. Okay, that has changed our priorities. So, gangs-wise, we have 2 red affiliation, which is the Bone Breakers, and 1 Viper affiliation. You can also see that there is strong deadly gang member, and then you've got enforcer, cunningly brutal, and undercover don. Simon Curtis, prison number 3772738. Cunningly brutal, Vipers will try to attack targets in security blind spots, and undercover don. The Vipers leader will be hidden as a gang soldier, only being revealed when punished. So we could have a gang leader already. Okay. So. This changes things. Training room. Let's get this done first. Let's get this out of the way. Chairs. Like so. And you need in rat trap, grit bin, first aid box. That will suffice. So, that will allow me to set up some training. I can't set up a guard taser because I haven't got a classroom. I'll probably build a classroom back here. But that's the problem that we have. Where are they? I was going to say, where are they? Ex-prison. Oh. And there you go. Straight away, ex-prison guard. Matt Codwaller. Yep. Guard responds, but it's going to be too late. I can already tell. So I did say I wanted protective custody because of that. And well, yeah. So this was and is going to be protective custody and or, well, protective custody and or reformed gang leaders, but apparently reformed gang leaders and protective custody does not marry up. So that's something I'm going to have to take into account. I am, however, going to prioritise the building of this, which will be the protective custody wing. And or reformed gang members. Like, that's the latter part is a future me problem. But I definitely want to build this wing to get protective custody at a minimum. Let's do all that. So, doors. Solitary door, because this is going to be where we have security, and then this was going to be parole, and then it's going to be other stuff up here. But I don't know exactly what this layout's going to be. I know that in the center, these are going to be our rooms for the inmates, but other than that, I don't know. Let me sort this flooring out here. There we go. Yep. This will have to be put in as well. This area was going to be for gang members. Let's go to intake. Total prisoners take it to 12. Naturally, there's going to be one brought in, but now we've had, well, because of the violence there. Looks like we've got more bits of flooring here that's missing. Let me go ahead and do that while we wait. I think most of it I've got. And that obviously means the guys can quickly zip around when needed. I don't think that's wrong, that bit. Like that. Line tiles. There we go. So we'll get this done. This was going to be a holding cell, and it probably still will be, just because I've sort of got it in my head now that I want holding cells. Wiring. Connections. Those are, by my reckoning, okay. I do, however, want to place in one there and one there. Should have probably done that at the beginning. Phone tap. Like so. Kennel is still not surrounded because there's not a door here. So I'll prioritise the building of those. So there you go. We have gang members. Now, if they turn up and there's just gang members, that's it. Then fine. It's as soon as there's a leader turns up, or we find that there's a leader. In fact, was it Undercover Don? It was this guy, wasn't it? Simon Curtis. They are part of the Vipers. There's the only one Vipers here. Will be hidden as a gang soldier, only being revealed when punished. Okay. Actions. Lockdown, 6 hours. Danger level is not flying up. Punishment is underway. You can see they've got handcuffs on. And they have not been revealed. So I can end the punishment. That's a bit of a cheeky way of finding out. Now, naturally, that is not viable in the long term when you have loads of inmates. But it'll hopefully do for now. So, why is the dog control system not getting staffed? Is that too close? Is that what's happening there? I think so. I'm gonna have to move this. I think there's a problem there. I'm gonna have to shift it, which means I'm gonna have to rewire it. Okay. It's fine. It's only the phone tap, and I'd rather do it now than worry about it later on. I'll have to worry about it later on. There you go. Some more inmates have just arrived. Yes. No, they have not. Now they have. Oh! Okay, that could be a problem because any single one of these gang members here can be a leader. So 5 Vipers. We're still negative cash flow, which is concerning. And also, the visitor helicopter is still... No. I believe Everything's turned off. Inbound civilians, inbound prisoners, inbound deliveries, inbound items. Well, I guess that's just doing its thing then. Fine. You do you. Okay. I mean, I could get rid of some guards. I'm trying to think about my cash flow now. But I'm going to try and stick it out. We can fill the capacity. Let's fill this cell block. That should massively help us out. And I can take loans, which I'm not opposed to doing. So that's alright. Now, naturally, there can be... I'll do that later. There can be a lot of stuff thrown over the wall. Like... informants. Undercover Dawn. Yeah. So stuff can be thrown over, but it's not registering just yet. We can see that the visitor tables are all getting used there. Do I just... I mean, this is the easy way of doing it, isn't it? Just filling it like that. I'm not going to do any more for now. This is also now getting built, which is good. Going to put lighting in. So I'm hoping that with the extra inmates and with shifting anyone over here that I need to, we'll be all right. But we'll have to see how we go. Power-wise, we're fine. So that's all good. These cells here are pretty much going to be a copy of these other ones. I might as well cancel all of the installation of the lights here, because I'm just going to build over the top of it anyway. And I'm just going to cancel all of the lighting. Cancel all the light. I'll relight it myself. Dismantle. Oh, there you go. We're actually at the limit there. I'll relight that myself. Let's go for walls and doors. So these, as I said, are going to be the same as the other side. They're just going to have they're just a slightly longer version. So let's see, about there. Just going to pause it because I think there was an alert for a second. I don't know if it was I don't know exactly what it was. I'm just going to pause it so I can have a look. Doors wise, let's just jail door that. Was there some nonsense going on here, or was it just workers? What the? Who's flinging that? Who's this? Are you flinging food there, Mr. Chislet Trim? They're well fed and also like yeeting around food. Yeah, look, they're flinging bacon. Gang member and unknown reputation. Maybe the reputation is they're like flinging food about. No new gang members just yet. Look at that. There's loads of food fights in here. Okay. I thought I had staff stationed in there. I do. They're just not. Assign guards. Let's assign a couple of guards in there. Okay. So the workers are going to crack on building around here. That's fine. Lighting. Naturally, I'm going to have to put some lighting in. Let's use some of the 57 lights that I had in stock. And like that. And then, is it equidistant? 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Something like that. Something like that. It'll do. Couple in here. Couple in here. See, it's not perfect, but there will be at least some light in there. There we go. Better than the auto light, which doesn't take much. I think explosion in a light bulb factory would probably produce a better result. Right, so we have lots of intake here. Still waiting stuff to be taken from the boat, which is all okay. Still have to put in the flooring in this area, but, well, funds are, you know, a bit of an issue. Still waiting for also that there. So I believe we now have some more gang members. Yes, we do. We have 6 Vipers, 2 members of the Bonebreakers, and 1 Jackal member. So any one of these, of the Vipers, could be a gang leader. It is possible. But what I'm going to do is run the game for a few in-game days with the intake on as standard. That's just popped up as 7. We have a leader. Okay. Someone's just been recruited. Right, that answers the question. So, yes, I think we have a leader because someone was just being recruited. So any one of these guys here. Okay, it's work lockup. Let's do a bit of testing, shall we? Actions. Lockdown. 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 No, that guy's in lockdown. What about this guy? Lockdown. Aha. The leader of one of the gangs in the prison is currently being punished. It is your choice how to proceed, but all of their gang members are going to cause a lot of trouble while the punishment is in place. Pause. Intelligence. Gangs. Yep. Paul Dana. Prisoner number 3777-3457. Legendary gang member. Leader. Unknown traits. So, if we check gangs, 1 gang officers. Doesn't tell us that there are any lieutenants. So, end punishment on all these guys. Even though we don't need to, but it only seems fair. They have not done anything wrong. This guy, though, he has. Destruction and attack staff. This guy, however, different story. Because I want to put them in an area where they can't recruit. You can only have 1 gang leader. That means grants, increase the loans. And then building concrete. Because I want to segregate them as fast as possible. Faster than over here. Okay. We are leaving it there for now. Door solitary. I did put double doors on here, but it's going to be a solitary door because it's more secure than a standard jail door. Yeah. All right. I'm going to get that built as a priority. So, Paul Dana, I will give you lockdown for 24 hours. That will affect the danger level. There you go, look. 2 gang members are furious. Leader being punished. But while they're in there, they can't recruit any more inmates. And if I build this and then move them over, can't go any further. Is that the right call? I don't know. On multiple fronts. Is it the most secure way of doing things? One of the most. Is it going to be the most entertaining? It depends where you come from. If you like the idea of trying to manage the... Well, try to do preventative management rather than reactive, then perhaps. If you want to see loads of gang members being recruited and they kick off, then probably not. What's the form? Due to logistic errors, we're receiving extra supplies. Okay, fair enough. We're definitely going to go down the ladder. I still might change this. I might build this and then move them over and then change it back. That still might be a thing. But I'd rather do it now while we have the chance. Advanced staff training. Gang welfare. Ex-gang members. Reform. Manufacturing. Disarming certification. Gang welfare. Reoffending rate. Well, for a start, I need to do first aid training, pest control, cold, and disarming. But I don't have a room for disarming. Right, next episode is pretty much set. I need to build over here, which is going to be our gang leader holding cell solution, and build a classroom that is staff only, probably over here, to start doing guard taser certification and that sort of thing. Okay, plans are in motion. We're going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. We have gangs, we have inmates, we have... Yes, lots of things to do. Obviously, all of the gangs are still... Could be legitimate, but I don't believe so. Tunneling that way, why wouldn't they go that way? And it's gang members as well. Yes, so obviously we've only got one cell block, so I haven't put all of one gang in one, and then basically have them segregate between gang members in the different cell blocks, cell block A, B, and C. Because we don't have cell block B and C. But we'll leave it there, as I said, and next episode we will do staff training and the move over of some gang leaders. Yeah. As always, let me know what you think in the comments, and yeah, we will go from there. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.